consolidation is a, open up first, high first, because we want to trade bearish, right? So here we open up first in London session. You manipulate. Ideally, there's some S&P here and shit. It's just here somewhere. I can't really find it. Let me see. Oh yeah, it's right here. So the weaker asset being, what's it called? Euro. Like just trade this one. Yeah, yeah, I'm trading all these candles, right? This is a bearish candle, open side first. Here's like an indecision candle. This is where we open low first, but there's just a bunch, like the high today is just a bunch of failure swings, right? And that comes back. But there's not enough time in the day to reverse off these highs and go lower. There's just not enough time. I don't like trading days like this. It requires some sort of like shit. I don't even know why I'm looking at 4x here. It was so loud, bro. Oh my God. Look at this. This is a nice one, Craig. Low of the week manipulation. Got plenty of failure swings. You can just open up this week within like this range. Not the cleanest PA ever though, honestly. There's another one, but we actually come back to that. Here's another one. It's kind of ugly consolidation. Dude, I don't know how you guys trade Forex. Like, this is so gross. Like, how do you guys trade Forex? This is pretty decent. All right, open low first. Yeah, I'm bored. What are we doing here? Go for recent PA this week. Ew, over what? On indices, bro. Dude, indices is brutal. Like probably one of the worst weeks I've ever seen, bro. Nah, that's cap, but it was disgusting, bro. We're gonna go over that. So even today, it's just weird, like very weird PA, like because you kind of just like just go over today. You have this opposing candle, right? So if you know my model, you could trade this day bearishly. But again, I was looking to short this day on ES, but I got break even. So basically the previous day hits this high, right? Or hits this key level, whatever. I'm gonna frame reversal off this high. Um, so if I show you this here, I think Greg, you did trade this. It was an hourly model though, right? Um, so here we had like 1 a.m. low of the day. It just opened high. We had SM2 with YM. I don't know if you guys use that, but I'm starting to use it. Pretty good. But basically, just when we open up like 9:30, for example, it's like if this is going to be a low of the day here, then first off, this sweep like it needs to hold, bro, because we don't want to see any deeper run. Like we're already in a key level, there's no need to go lower. So when we see like 8:30 or 9:30, I mean, the first off we have 8:30 news, so we're not expanding away from this range, which is what you want to see 8:30 do, is expand away because we already manipulated this low. You know, if you want to even call it manipulation, it's not really manipulation because this is not manipulation, obviously, right? It's just consolidation. We're kind of just retracing. There's no willingness with speed to trade away from slow, so you can already trade to this low, damn near. But 9:30, when it also fails to really do the same shit, you see how it just expands into this direction. So it's like Okay, well, we're probably gonna go to this fucking low now, you know? So I think I traded, what did I trade, dog? Man, I don't even remember. Hold on. I don't even remember. It might have been ES somewhere. Oh, yeah, yeah, I remember now. I remember now. Go to ES. So I got chopped up here. Originally, my draw was this. It was like, I want to see this possible, this low. And when I look at 10 a.m. open, it's like it's opening near, it's pretty much opening near this opposing candle. So I'm assuming that we can, you know, trade into this opposing candle to create the high of the 10 a.m. wick. But as you see, we kind of just bullshit and we end up taking it out. So this was so choppy that I ended up trailing my stop. Like it wasn't at this high, but it was a little bit above it, just in case price came up and swept it or something and went lower. Because it's just consolidation. So I was thinking maybe a manipulation to go lower. So I want to get a little bit of breathing room. So originally my stop was up here. And I trailed it like I think it was right here at the fair value gap like high or something. So it's like a half loss there or some shit. And then we created this. So like this is a valid trade to take ish, but it's just like eh, it's really gross. Like you can't expect this day to really make a crazy expansion. Just because the driver isn't really doing anything. There's no lack of follow through the lows, really. But this right here is a trade that you could take because at the opposing side of this SMT here, you know, you have all these lows to target. This could be like a little model you could take. And I think there was maybe a fractal model here. I think it was like 30-minute, 3-minute. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, I think it's right there actually. And that eventually goes. I think we form SMT here as well. Yeah, right. We do, right? You- Yeah, so we form SMT again. This is not favorable PA really, but there's this model right here on NQ, the weaker asset. It creates the lower, higher low. It was all right, but nothing too crazy. I think at PM session, there's just another trade. It's pretty much this, I think. Cancel closure, whatever key level you're using, like the inverse pair, whatever. And I think there's like some model here, some shit. Was it this brag? I think it's this. Yeah, it's like I don't really trade PM, but generally avoid this. If AM is choppy, then it's like you rarely ever get some crazy clean. This is like mock, I think. So it's not even like that's mock. But yeah, it's just kind of a gross day there. But anyways, going into yesterday's close, it's a bit of a weird one because at the low of the week, you have Monday low of the week, and it's just like failure swings. So like we could actually trade to these lows possibly just with this closure and stuff, but it gets invalidated pretty quickly. I don't even know what key level. Maybe this is your invalidation or something. But at 8 a.m., I don't know what this was, but that's a clear invalidation. And then I tried ES today, showing relative strength here. I'll show you. We formed like S&T here. My ideal scenario, if we're gonna be bullish though, would be this. Like I want to see it some sort of like low, maybe sweep of this low. I don't know why I can't draw. Hello? Damn. Man. Yeah, basically be like a shallow sweep of this. Just fair value at the end to go higher. We just like Literally the low days 1800. So we basically just leave that. It's not likely to come back. I mean, travel away from the daily open all the way up here. This is not likely to come back. So, it was like 830 or something. Now we're just seeing if like we're gonna manipulate this high, to trade back into the range somewhere. And we just don't. Like we're continuing through this high. And then that's 930 right there. We're making a posing run through the draw or just the day. And then a closure through this is like a continuation signature, right? It's very pretty ugly, but there's like a 30-minute key level here that I created just to go a little 2R, but not high probable in my opinion. When I look left, like we have this high to draw into right here. Maybe that's target for next week. There was like S&P here, which is interesting with YM. YM takes this low on the 4th of November. The S&P do not, but whether that's anything significant or not, it's just kind of choppy PA. Just like these deep runs and ranges, not really the greatest PA. But like the rest of the week was absolutely horrible. Like it was just like this is terrible. Like these 2 days are absolutely terrible. You could already anticipate this thing being terrible. Like Monday is very. You should never trade Monday like this, bro. Um, because when you look at the previous day, Friday, we expanded into lows, so it's like we could easily consolidate. It's also Monday, the first trading day of the week, so we don't expect a large range or continuation or anything like that. And yeah, it was just pretty interesting candle. Really ass. Not something that you really want to. I think it's left these failure swings. We just traded away from them, which I'm never going to long against this. Like never gonna do that. In the same day at least. And then next day, this is a bit of a weird day here because you have failure swings on Monday, and you're also opening up in a fair value gaps. It's like, you know, with this closure, it doesn't really support bearishness or anything, but it's very weird how this day actually pans out. Um, I think it actually was like decent, right? When you look here, you open high first. That's cool. That's what we want to see. Then we have this closure here. I don't think there's an S&T though. I don't think there is at least. Okay, there was. All right. So there's the S&T, right? I think I remember this. It was just really there's no willingness to trade away from this high. Really, like these deep runs. I hate that. Like that's not what we want to see. Doesn't support expansion. You see these deep. Like this is not it, bro. See this, bro? That's not expansion, bro. That's like when I look at the 50-minute, like this is not expansion. You can already see it. This is why we don't want to see these deep runs within candles and just in ranges. It's just pretty failure swings. It's a very high resistance. And again, I'm not going to trade this. It fits my model to a T, really. But um, when I look here, the 5-minute here, we have possible 830 manipulation. So this is great. Like this is perfect, bro. 830 manipulation. What do we want to see 930 do? Expand away. Which 930 is like where is that? If you're right, nope. So you see this? We want to see 930 expand away. Then it doesn't do that. So it's like maybe we can go to these highs now. These failure swings. That's what I was thinking. And then we just reverse, bro. Off of like nothing. Like there's no S&P. There's S&P here, but it's like this is irrelevant, honestly. This is weird ass. It doesn't really make sense. Like this is the highs that we want to see reversal off of. Like I'm not gonna trade away from this shit. It's just weird. And then look here, it's like because of that, I'm not gonna trade this, lower. And we make this huge deep run back in the range. It's just terrible. It is terrible behavior. Um, and then I think Wednesday. Did I already go for Wednesday? Yeah, I did go for Wednesday, I think. Wednesday. No, I didn't. Sorry. Wednesday we had 8:30 news as well. I think maybe a 4-hour chart or something. Let me see. Okay, nothing to see in the flow. I think this was S&T here. It was like previous day, create some sort of S&T. We just open up in a range, very kind of irrelevant, no key level to really use. We just have expansion, consolidation, so with a somewhat protected swing. But this is low probability conditions because we have fair swings to the highs and the lows. So this is like an internal manipulation. We do open low first. That's great. What we want to see. Let me get this. So this is my model here, pretty much like just intraday, disregarding everything to the left. And then the validation to this being a low day is when that driver just expands. Right. So this is what we want to see. This was what we did not get over here. We didn't get a driver expanding away from this SMT, you know. But here we do. But there's just nothing to trade here. Who is it at? Like when I open up 9:30, like the daily range is already huge. Maybe you could have traded like something like 1 minute, bro. But like from 9:30 low, look at that. Look at the high of the day. It didn't go anywhere. So it's like you can anticipate this being kind of just fizzling out for the day. The daily range is already huge. We already took out highs and stuff. I mean, we're pretty close to these highs. I guess you could have targeted that. I suppose you could have targeted that. I don't even check if there's an entry, to be honest. Maybe this opposing candle. So again, if we're going to use drivers for continuation and validating manipulation and stuff like that. So assuming this is lower there, London session, the daily candle, the way that Prince supports that, we have manipulation as well. So again, we should either do two things at 8:30. We should either make a shallow run and expand, or just expand. So this just expands. So now we roll it over to the next driver. Same thing. We should see continuation, right? So what do we get here? 9:30 opens up right here. We make a shallow run, and then we close through it. So this is how you use drivers as a continuation signature, right? So you could enter this, but again, you don't get a retest, which is what I would have demanded. Being honest, like I would have demanded that, so I would have missed it. Let's say take this. I mean, you don't even have 2R there. I don't even think you hit 2R, bro. Yeah, you don't even hit 2R, so it's just kind of gross. Nothing really to trade there. Maybe the 1 minute though. Nothing in the 1 minute either. Would not trade in PM or lunch there. So it's like there's just no opportunity really. Especially this day, I really don't think there is one. Especially like this. This is the only day that maybe because you have an SMT. Um, you know, maybe you count this as an opposing candle. I think Stunner took this. And you have these fair swings, so like really good draw and everything, but man, like the follow through is just bad. Um, and then Thursday, I think I already went over this stuff here. Yeah, I already went over this stuff. Yeah, it was just nothing clean. Like no day was A plus or nothing like that. It was nothing to. If you didn't trade anything, you probably do better than most people, bro. Yeah, CPI. Were you doing about 15-minute entries that day? Yeah, CPI. Oh yeah, what day is CPI? Wednesday. Wednesday. Like 15-minute entries here. Thursday. I wouldn't take it. We can go over another. Also a trade that I should have, or I took, but I was a little late on taking it. Let me just delete everything here. So this is more of a very clean PA here. Like this is exactly what like I look for pretty much. Like I see a range low on the opposing side of that range. I see failure swings. So when you purge this low of the range, I want to trade expansion, back in the other direction. Um, I think as well as like an SMT here. Yeah, we have also an SMT, right? So it's like really nice here, right? So this candle manipulates. I want to trade the 6 a.m. candle higher. So this is when I can trade like, let's say this is indices. This is when I can trade before 9:30, essentially. Like I can try to position myself within this candle to go higher. Um, Especially if 8:30 is in this candle, like that's when I'll trade right after 8:30 or something. And you have 10 a.m. here. These are the two candles that I look to trade in. Um, but I just got to the charts really late. But I did get an entry. When we look at this, right, we have Asia consolidation. Then we purge this side. Now, this is a high, right? This is a purge of a high. It's absolutely irrelevant, right? Because it's just within, it's literally just within a range. So it's just internal manipulation. It doesn't really matter. The external, parts of the range is actually what's relevant here. So, you can take it down to like the 15-minute chart. Now here, you can't use the 15-minute here because it's too far up. I want to be in the trade ideally. I want to be in the trade ideally before we even take this high out, honestly. Um, so you have to refine it down to like the 5-minute or something. It's just too far away. So here, and remember, we're going to wait for the 6 a.m. open. We're going to wait for that new 4-hour candle. So it's right here. So it's like we open up the candle here. The lower time frame is already aligned, so we don't want to see this low taken out. We just want to see expansion, you know. So when I go to like the quarterly asset here, 6 a.m. You see this SMT here? So it's just like I was showing the beginning of the stream. It's like any candle. You want to see the candle um, higher low formed of SMT or like a manipulation. Like that's the best way a wick forms, right? Because then you can trade a wick on the wick to catch the body, right? If you look inside of this 4-hour candle, we open up right here. We open low first, we open high, manipulate, right? Here. So the wick is formed from manipulation, right? And we expand. So this is why we want to wait for the next 4-hour open because it's not likely to do this. It's not likely to open up here, manipulate, expand, and then expand again. It's not likely to do that in the same candle. But just wait for the next candle, right, to expand, right? So this candle viewed as manipulation here. The next one is like expansion pretty much. So, and then it's just about trading within some protected low that is formed intra candle. So within that candle, we form a protected low within a range that we want to see hold. That's what we get here. Like anything here is like valid pretty much, you know, pretty much anything inside of here is like pretty much valid. You can use like the 15-minute. It's a bit ugly here. I see one solid opposing candle here. Um, stuff like that. But I got in a little bit higher. I got in around here or something, and I took it to this high here, but it was still fine. So this was like my trade of the week, or like at least framework of the week, you know, because a lot of there's nothing too clean this week, in my opinion. This was gross, right? I mean, it's just expansion. It's just like seek and destroy almost, bro. I want to see if there's SMT here though. Curious, or maybe a fair. Is this like fair value up low? Okay, let's look. Okay, I mean, there's an SMT there, I suppose. It's also just inside of our invalidation area. It's a bit cleaner. This is a lot cleaner over here. This is a wire model. A lot cleaner over here. So this is valid over here, probably. And you see the low of this candle of the The 6 a.m. candle is formed from manipulation. I go CL. See that? It's formed through manipulation, pretty much. So basically, just this candle basically manipulates. And there's a whole lot of nothing really. It just kind of consolidates between this high and this low. But we take it out towards the end of the candle, and then we validate that. Right. So we open up here. If the previous candle already manipulated, and you want to trade away from that, and then it gets validated within that candle. But it's like not much to really catch there. Like maybe a scalp, but not really a daily range that I'm kind of looking for. Today was like all right ish. When I look here, there's no really protected high to trade away from here. But I think there's like SMT or something if I remember. Yeah, there's like SMT at the previous high. Just like I'm pretty much assuming that this low is gonna go on on RV and CL. The way the way the daily profile form was also pretty nice, I would say. We open up high first, and then we're forming that the wick with that CSD or manipulation. Sorry, and you're just the opposing candle holding. We just never got this low. It just kind of sucked up. Yeah, for a second it was looking pretty clean there. This is all right. I mean, when I look at, I think the SMT got formed really early on. Yeah, like super early on, like literally the next, basically second hour of the day. So, we open up New York about 8 a.m. or something. Like when price expands away like this, you don't really expect price to come all the way back up here. So it's like, then you're trying to form like some SMT or something. I just wouldn't expect price to come all. I don't think it. I don't remember. It doesn't come over here. I don't think. I'm just curious, like if this actually aligns up with anything. They have like a little confluence, I suppose. They have that as well. I don't really use that too much, but this spark candle's no way. Oh, that's what it was, bro. I don't think it. Okay, it forms one. Does it? Am I tripping? It's gonna update. Okay, there it goes. This is like what time is there now? Okay, there's still enough time here. The 30-minute model. I'm curious to see if this will work here. Okay, we can't get it closed. Never mind. 10 a.m. is like right here. Let's wait for 10 a.m. So if I hold on, I'll show you the close of 6 a.m. candle. Just want to see if there's any SMT. Okay, there's some sort of SMT, like P SMT. Yeah. Right, so we have SMT here, pretty much. We have a reversal candle. So the 1 hour candle and 9 a.m. candle forms a reversal. We can expect 10 a.m. ideally to just go lower, pretty much. You look intraday in here, or not intraday, but just lower time frame. You have this. We don't have a propulsion block yet. Let me get that there. But ideally, you just want to see it go lower. If this is going to be clean, they should just expand to this low. And you would pretty much want the 10 amp high to just, already be formed. Like you just want that to be 10 amp high. Like that's fine. Yeah, there we go. It's not bad. I don't think I guess I wasn't paying attention to that, but that was like not bad. I just wouldn't know where to target after that. What's the RR there? Oh, I remember. It was just too like, yeah, I think I was watching this. This is just ridiculous. Like, I'm not taking this. I think it still like gets like smashed pretty sure. Yeah, like it goes, you know, 3, 4 hour. But yeah, I just didn't take that. I didn't like that RR. What day was that? That was yesterday. Yeah, this day was like the cleanest day, man. A really clean day. What on gold? I don't even remember, bro. Like I think today was actually decent on gold. There's just a bunch of like um expansions, usually like over a session or yeah, throughout the session. Like if I look here, I'll come to session like 8 o'clock or something. Like I'm never gonna trade a day like this. Like it already left me, you know. That was Monday, I think. And then I think this was maybe a tradable day. We have this high to go to, I guess. We have a swing point here on the daily. So this is kind of clean how this week panned out. It's pretty clean. The weekly profile is very clean. Or you open up first. We open low first for that weekly profile. You're opening up within a range. You form like Tuesday reversal candle within the discount of that range. Um, and then this goes. My screen frozen maybe. Who's pinging me here? But yeah, that was that day. Like that's kind of ridiculous how it just reverses from that. Whatever. No SMT. Why am I even looking at DXY? But yeah, that would have been fire though. You know, like there's like an SMT here. Let's say the SMT, right? You get, whatever CSD. This right here is the fire rate. Like really nice intro here. To at least get to this high. That's enough RR. Even if you just don't even wait for the retest, you still get 2R. That's something I would trade. But we didn't get it. So and then today I was watching this. Um if we have this, I think I was gonna take this, but I was already in a position. I think I was already in a position or something. Um this is like decent. We open low first. I think we create this SMT. Maybe not. Hold on. Yeah, we do. Right. There's the SMT right there. Then you pretty much have this candle here in this POI. The only reason I like this is because we expand into this low and expand away. Hold on. Getting a whatever you call it, amber alert. So we have our model, right, where we have this key level. When I look within the 4-hour candle, this is another reason why we can trade this. It is an expansion candle, right? So we're already trading within an expansion candle. You don't want to fade that. So when I look inside of this candle here, within the previous candle, we don't have a reversal yet. But here's why I didn't trade this shit. You could have been really aggressive and traded this, I think, right here, but I just didn't. Um, I think there maybe was SMT or something. No, no, not there. I mean, it's sober. But actually, no, hold on, not yet. There's no SMT in the lower time frame yet. I think I was mainly looking at this as the CSD. I think that's what I was doing. If I remember. Okay, brief sweep it anyways. I think this is where we form SMT. This is where I remember it. Yeah. So this is what I was looking at since we reswept. All right, now you have everything you need to see, right? Like this is creating the low of the candle. But when we CSD, it's like I'll show you in a minute. It's unfortunate because we close all the way up here. Like I'm not gonna enter that. It's really large. Even if I go like right here, it's just kind of crazy. Like I would demand a retest, which we just never get. So again, it's like unfortunate, but eventually get there, you know. And this is a possible entry. If I take you to right here. So remember, if the 6 a.m. candle reverses price or whatever, this is basically how we're viewing this, right? Like if this candle here formed a reversal, which is just manipulation, right? Or you can probably see it maybe a little bit better over here, right? We have this candle hitting the key level, right? So we can trade within this candle higher, right? It depends how it forms. So we'll look how it forms real quick. So yeah, you can trade this candle because we open low first. See that? We have this small wick. We open low first. We create the wick of the candle right here. This validates the reversal. So then you can trade the next candle higher, right? Because now we're viewing this candle here as the low of the day, pretty much, the 5 a.m. candle. So I expect the 10 a.m. candle is on futures to expand, continue that expansion. You see, you just get a better close. The 6 a.m. candle, nicer candle. So I expect this 10 a.m. candle to, expand into this high, which is what it does. So you're going to look within the 6 a.m. candle's range to basically form, where can it form its wick, you know? So we open up right here. Now, ideally, you get a little bit more convincing low, but this can happen. You open up near, this fair value gap, this fair value gap. These are really the only two, areas I would like to see it form because, I don't want to see price come way down to this. It probably could. It needs to get like let me go 30-minute. Maybe there's something cleaner. Yeah, maybe this is like a little bit cleaner, right? Yeah, like maybe this as well. So just these areas is where you already anticipate the low of the candle form. Like that is just a really shallow run, and you really got to trust that. And I just don't think I was looking, and I just didn't trust it. You get this maybe there's an SMT here. Maybe it's more convincing, but I gotta check. Okay, yeah. So look at the correlate asset. So he goes open low first, and we take out all these variations, which forms an SMT right here. So that is valid to take. So you could take it right here. Now you could. This is called a refinement. Like you don't have to take it to here. You can. There's gonna be sometimes like a failure swing within a. So it looks something like this, where we sweep out a low. This is your CSD. But on the way to validating that as a CSD, we form like a short-term low. Like you can put your stop loss here instead of here, because if it sweeps this low, it's probably gonna sweep out this low as well. So that's kind of a refinement there. So also it's like this is also a CSD as well, kind of the rate. This low is formed in like a fair value gap as well. And we think about like just order flow being respected. You don't want price to go below the 50% of the bodies. So that's why it makes sense to put it right here instead. You can save a lot of RR that way. And then your TP would just be this high, really. Right, that's enough R. Whether you want to use standard deviations, maybe right here. Maybe you want to extend it to here, which I don't think we ever got to. We just reverse right after that. You had the SMT, so it's just a smart decision to take your profits there. Right. But yeah, pretty decent today. There's like, yeah, those are two opportunities that I showed you. One right here, SMT, just too far, and this one, I just wasn't paying. I think at this point though, I was like in like 2 trades or something, yeah, I think I was in RTY, and this is some annoying stuff. So it looks like it hit my target here, Um, I'll show you here. So this is very counter trend, but we take this high, right? This SMT here, and it's just a 4-hour model back into the range. So really, this is my target right here. So I'm viewing this 6 a.m. candle as a manipulation, right? Because take out this high, and I want to trade 10 a.m. candle lower, pretty much. But this is just a 4-hour. This is an hourly fractal model. You just really want to simplify it. So you have 9 a.m. candle reversal. I want to trade the 10 a.m. candle lower into this lower, but I mean I got extremely unlucky here. I'll just mark it out right here. Right, look at that. Like we got like one tick, one tick, dude. Are you serious? I got missed like one tick. Like, are you joking? Um, I like this because we have 930. So we manipulate prior to 930. So 930 expands away from that, which is I like to see that. And we form an SMT with YM later on. So it wasn't the cleanest stuff, but it was all right. And then we opened up near this, what you call it? We opened up near these opposing candles, 10 a.m. So I expect 10 a.m. high to be formed in there, which it does. Just the delivery there was, not great, but it's not a high probable trade anyways. Like I was just trading to this fair value gap, but not the best trade of all time anyways. Um, Let me answer the question though. Um, all right, where do we start here? Mm, First, of course, it was hard time to see. I can't read your code. Hi, good. I'm just here. Sorry, I don't want to take up your live stream, so I'm going to go over this question. I've been through T's live streaming this practice model, but I'm still a little confused on order blocks. You think you could give some? Yeah, order blocks. Order blocks just support expansion, pretty much. Right. So how do you anticipate? First off, you need to anticipate expansion, um, which is just manipulation, really. Right. So let's say we have like failure swings. So step one is to have a target. Now to get to this target, you want to be trading away from a protected swing, which is just a run of a short-term low and displacement back in the opposing direction of that manipulation, which gets validated by a CSD. So a CSD is different than an order block, pretty much. Well, it's not, but it's just the change of trend, right? We're bearish, right? And then we close through these series of um, down close candles that cause the manipulation. So order blocks, we expect expansion, right, into this high, right? Turning away from this low. Now we're just every single time we retrace, we're creating down close candles. When we close through those down close candles, right, this is an order block, right? We expect price to continue off of these order blocks, right? Like that. Does that kind of make sense? If I show you my entry today on CL, so I got break even. Showing you like I hit too hard today, but I got really unfortunate on some of these trades, bro. So I'm gonna show you this. Really, I was striking this. So this is a 1-hour model. I don't even know if I explained this yet, but I think I explained that I was striking this pre-stage low. It's very pretty. I think I already explained that, but right, open high first. Classic sell day, high day. Manipulation. I think there's SMT up here. So this candle here, it hit the key level. So I want to trade the next candle lower. When I look inside of this candle, we don't have a reversal. So ideally, I want to see a sweep this high, right? Which is what we do, but on the other asset. So we form SMT. I think I'm turn on the 3 minute because there's a bit cleaner here. So this is the BSD right here, right? It's a change of trend. So now you expect opposing candles to support price, right? Order box. So see every single up close candle that's closed through and a downtrend gets respected here. You see how we reject off of this CSD. Then anything after the CSD, there's an order box pretty much. Right? Maybe close to these. Right. It doesn't have to get tested, but we want to say it gets closed through. And then we expect price to hold these opposing candles until we reach an objective. An objective being a higher or low. In this case, this is an objective here, but my higher time frame is here. So you're going to see that you start to kind of consolidate here. So now it moves to here. Pretty much, maybe we could refine it down to 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes is a little bit cleaner. All right, so I would want this to hold to go to here. Like I don't want to see it come up higher, but you're going to see that we eventually go higher. So this is a CSD. A lot of times it's irrelevant though, because it's against the trend, my overall trend. But here it does I think we go higher. All right, so this is when my stop loss was break even. I got it. And I couldn't partial here because I went in with one contract. I was already in another position. But it is what it is. So. And then we just chop pretty much. But yeah, that's generally how we look for opposing candles. Try to find you another example here that's maybe a bit clean. Maybe this one. No, wait, hold on, it's not the one. Go find you an hourly example. This is an okay one, not really that one. Maybe here. Hmm. I'm trying to find an SMT one there. Okay, I can recall this day here. So previous day expansion, we open low first, then we create an SMT with this little swing point here. We sweep this little swing point. So again, you anticipate expansion after manipulation. So here's the manipulation, and there's an SMT right there. So this is a CSD, and then whatever opposing run that we get towards the draw. So this being the draw, see ever make an opposing run to that, or getting away from it. Once you close over those opposing candles that create the opposing run, that's another block. That's what we want to enter on and see price, support expansion from. All these little candles here. This is a little clean example. But yeah, it's in the course. It's opposing candles. Watched it a couple times. I think T-Shirts has a video on it as well on his YouTube. Yes, sir. What? Wait, when expecting an expansion candle, price current CSD order block. How to know when to trade directly the next candle after the CSD prints, or to enter on the order block. Oh, okay. I think I know what you mean. When expecting expansion candle and after first print CSD, how to know when to. Okay, so do you mean like this pretty much, right? Um, pretty much like this. Let me go to gold, maybe. So basically when the previous candle reverses, let me try to find an example though. Maybe here, some shit. So you're asking basically, when can you just enter here, like right off the rip, or wait for a propulsion block or something, right? Which we don't do either here. But just pretend like I think it is what you're asking. Like, do you just enter off this, or do you wait for a propulsion block? That's like entirely up to you. Um, if this is like the low of the day, which it pretty much is, I think it forms a low day. I think there's SMT right there. Okay, there is, but it's very, very weird. Okay, no, I would not trade that. I don't think. Yeah, I would not trade that. Um, maybe like right here, maybe. Just trying to find a quick example, but kind of like this, but there's no reversal candle here. But just pretend this candle is a reversal candle. Pretty sure you're asking like right here. It's when like the narrative is like really high probable. That's when I would do it generally, and when basically this candle is actually either is the manipulation candle or is like maybe the third candle, but we haven't expanded yet. Like I wouldn't really do this like high into a range or like low into a range because after expansion we can get a new phase of price. So I want a little bit more confirmation, pretty much. I just trying to find an example for you, but I can't really find one. Maybe like right here or some shit. Just gotta see a reversal here. Okay, no, there's no reversal there. Hold on. Maybe like right here. Okay, yeah, like this is a really good example. I already remember this day, but we have an SMT here. We have an hourly CSD right here. So do you see how we're between a so the daily candle is yet to really expand, right? That's one thing. But then we're inside of this range here. And you see how we're not like I'm not really this low in the range. Someone messing me up. Stream might be frozen. Is it frozen? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. All right. Wait, what screen is it? What the hell is happening right now? I've never seen this, bro. Let's try this one. I think this is fine. Can you guys see my screen? Oh, okay, again. Do you see both charts? Okay. So look here. I was going over this, but damn, bro, can this fucking bleep? All right. So you see this situation where like we haven't yet expanded yet, right? It would be totally different within like a candle like way up here, like first of all, it's high in the daily range, but also it's high in the current range it's in, you know. But in this case here, the daily candle is not yet to expand. Um, we should just take this low to high. We're still kind of in the premium end of that. So it's like you can just straight up enter this shit. Like, because it's also just like a nice bulky series of opposing candles where like this already made like a nice deep, you know, good enough retracement. I don't want to see it come back. There's no point to come back. There's gonna be a lot of stuff like that where like there's like absolutely no point to come back this high, which might come with experience. But when I take the 50% of this candle, right? Well, this invalidation of that is already above the 50%. You see that? So it's like you can just straight up enter, this like right here. This would be an example of you can just enter. And I don't know if it forms another CSD or not, but it does. You get another opportunity. But yeah, you can just take that as well. It's like a really clean fractal model example, I think. But it just comes down to it's just like situational, like very situational. I'd say. All right, I'm gonna go back to the chat here. Um, There's a lot of messages. Holy shit. I don't even know where I'm at. Okay, here we are. Somewhere near. Can you make a poll to bring Garrett Stanos Abby back? Tell me that. Oh, oh, that's funny. I remember. Got my picture. Drake Thanos. Uh, Monk was cleaner. Yeah, Monk was actually clean. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I remember that. You took back some shit. That was actually like pretty clean, not gonna lie. But I don't trade Monk like ever. I really don't. Monday's the beginning of a new phase. Yeah, especially if like the previous week expanded, then you can definitely expect Monday to just be shit. But if Friday like manipulated, then Monday can actually expand. Like previous. Really fair three, dude. You actually put there. Hi Garrett, I have been trading for 2 years. My trading has changed drastically since I joined your Discord room. My Discord room. Oh, you mean the ones? My perception about the market has changed, but like me, probably everyone here is also missing your daily analysis and reviews. Why are you not posting the analysis in Discord room? Did I do that? Did I ever post analysis? I just don't post much in my channel too much. I do that in the lens though. I'm like a lot more active in the lens, but I'll try to start posting more in this channel. Uh, uh, went back that stream. I'm probably gonna do one for the lens pretty soon, like fractal model and stuff like that. I just don't have like when I get time or something, I have to like schedule it. Um, how can we anticipate a monthly, weekly candle run? Okay, bet. Like okay, for my model, but like fractally in the higher time frame. Sure, good question. So I mean, it's just you need key level, right? So you need a model. There's only three models to really trade. Just so it's obviously like internal to external. So you need a monthly fair value gap, a monthly close, then trade monthly candle expansion candles away from that, or a weekly, it doesn't matter. It can be weekly candles. There's that version. There's also just trading back within a range. But to trade back into a range, ideally there's a fair value gap, and you want to have some sort of like lower time frame manipulation to then trade back to the range. Because you want to trade expansion back to the range, you know? So there's that. And there's obviously my favorite, which is like just a manipulation of a high or a low. So we manipulate a high and distribute to failure swings. So that's really it, right? So like if I was to go to like the monthly chart, so if you look here, maybe like right here, I'm trying to find a fair value gap example. You have a series of expansion, but if I go to the 3 month chart, you're probably gonna see a model, right, where we take out this low. This is a quarterly shifts damn near, right? So this quarter we took out this low, then we sweep this low. So it's literally exactly like, you know, we look. Um, I wouldn't use it any higher than that. It's just like not necessary. But yeah, this is where you want to look for SMT, right? With not only this low, maybe this low, but on the lower time frame, and you're gonna see some sort of manipulation on the lower time frame, ideally. So you see how this low got ran? We don't have to follow through. So the candle three needs to expand away for this to be a valid manipulation. We don't get that, but here we just resweep. This is where we're gonna look for SMT. Let me just take it down to here, okay? So we have some sort of SMC. Let me find it. It's with like what low is this, bro? July 2022. Okay, so you already have an SMC there, but okay, so this is what I was really focused on. Is an SMC with this, like these lows. Do you see that? Do you see that SMC? But then you want to have a larger range SMT with a lower time frame SMT with a lower time frame range, right? So you have a larger range SMT. Now, like I want to see more refined SMT. Okay, so like when I look here, this is the low of the month or whatever. So it's October 31st. October 31st. Okay, so it's the same here. Now you have lower time frame SMT with the candle. No, never mind. That actually takes it out. So we'll check here. Okay, so it's right here. Okay, so clearly see a higher high on what do we call it? Silver. Right. So there's your SMT. Right? You want to see that displacement away from manipulation in SMT, right? And then here you're expecting a monthly expansion candle. So you have this manipulation aligned with that small opposing run that we like to see. And now it's just about inside of a monthly expansion candle, you're going to have weekly and daily models. So here you have a weekly model within monthly distribution. So you have this week here hitting the key level, right? Internal to external, right? Very simple. On the daily, right? There's no models here, but it's just continuation, right? I mean, look, think of a weekly candle, right? We open up low first on a Monday. We print that reversal candle, and we get expansion, right? Thursday, what do? We hit an objective. So, oh my god, that scared me. My AirPod died. Um, so we trade back into the weekly range, right, on Friday. Does that make sense? So good. Um, this is where you want to look for SMT as well. So you see how Monday we create SMT right here. Like within a weekly key level. So it's like weekly higher time frame key level, refine it down to some sort of lower time frame model. Okay, so really it's just order pairing ranges where the other asset takes out this low, right, and then takes out the high. It's really just that, just confirming it. Does that kind of make sense in a way? And here, you have a model as well here technically, right? Like it's just like you don't really want to fade this necessarily, but this is valid, right? Technically, you could trade this back to range. Like maybe this fair value, right? But like I said, I want to see a manipulation. Do you see any manipulation lower time frame? No, I don't. No, there's none. So there needs to be like an SMT there. We did trade that, which you get it here, which is on a Tuesday. Tuesday. So that's actually not. See that would be. Wednesday, Tuesday. I mean, you see it very visibly on like it's very clean on here, but if I actually look, there's actually no like swing high to actually manipulate on gold. See how there's a swing higher on gold? There's really not, right? There's literally not. So it's kind of weird how that works, but you can check the other assets, right? It's back to the range. Essentially. Because when you look here, so first off, we expand into this high. Is this a manipulation yet? No, we just consolidate, right? So we need to take out this high. We can't close over it. We displace away. That's classified as a manipulation. And look at the opposing side of that. I have failure swings. So this adds to the narrative of this being a protected swing is when not only at the point of pullback from this low to this high, there's also failure swings within that as well, which adds to the narrative of this, just holding this range holding it. So you see this candle here, this consolidation here. We have a very large manipulation, but really it's just creating the daily wick, right? And here's the model again, right? You have this candle hitting a key level or whatnot. This candle trading away. Pretty simple. And like somewhere in here, the daily fair value gap probably. pretty far away. We don't get to that, but I think that's the same fair value gap on Friday. Friday. I can't really find it, but yeah. Show me how you do it, right? I think if you can hear me, bro. Can you guys hear me? Can you all hear me? Okay. Yeah, my AirPods just died, but we're gonna run through like a couple more. Du- 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 du. So like even like candles like this, or like key levels like this. I think it's a monthly model, maybe. Not really, actually. Within the same month, we hit this low, but so basically, to trigger this, weekly, there's a weekly fair value gap up here, right? To basically trade back at the range. Like I said, I want to see manipulation, so we get that. So the only problem here that I like to at least trade, I like to align, like a model, like a higher time frame model with an even higher time frame expansion candle. So see how this is fading this candle like very heavily. But we can align it with a weekly expansion candle. So you have this putting the reversal. So I want to trade this candle expansion candle back to this range. We said there's no willingness to really trade away from this higher time frame key level, right? So like I said, I always want to like to trade back into a range. I always want to see manipulation and trade away from a range. I want to see manipulation. Do you see any manipulation here? No, right? So this is when I need to see an SMT like right here or something. Right. So see that the SMT? Like I would want this to hold price basically. And notice how we opening up the new month basically inside of a PD array, like already inside of a range. So it's like price is gonna wait for that next opening price, right? Of that new candle. And then at this point, we can already assume, the high of the month is manipulation. And we have the alignment on the daily time frame. This is your alignment. Right? So now you want to trade, daily models, um, or daily and weekly models within this, higher time frame expansion candle, all the way to this external low. You can also maybe project something. This is not mandatory. Like, see how it doesn't line up. I don't really care. Like, not really. It doesn't have to line up. We also had an SMT at the low of the month. So you have a lot of times, like the way you can anticipate higher and low of the month, or just a new phase to straight back to range is just manipulation. Like it's just simple as that. So you see this manipulation form of the high of the month, the low of the month manipulation, SMT. That's when you can actually anticipate these moves. But um, I was just trying to see if there's like a deviation. Nah, I can't really use that. Honestly, but yeah, basically you just want to trade expansion candles in this. So like a weekly expansion candle. Here, not really a weekly profile that really supports it. Like Monday opens low first, and we're just trading back within some sort of key level, right? Whatever it is, right? Maybe it's fair value, whatever. Then we get this opposing candle. So Monday just kind of consolidates really. Maybe like maybe there's some SMT there. I don't really see any. This is look good, a lot cleaner to be honest. Expansion, consolidation, probably some sort of lower time for manipulation. Yeah, like, it's pretty clean, honestly. So as you see it Friday manipulates, then you expect early week to expand. to these origin consolidation here. But yeah, a lot of times when you're in like higher time frame distribution, see over in a higher time frame distribution, you can a lot of times expect Monday or Tuesday, early week to be high of the week a lot of times. But if I look here within these expansion candles, probably a lot of Monday, Tuesday high of the week. Here it's Wednesday, but the week starts on a Tuesday, so it's technically Tuesday high of the week here. Monday high of the week here. Tuesday high of the week here. But again, it's just Monday. Here is Wednesday high of the week. Kind of solid there. We'll go to another monthly example. Start finding clean ones. Go to like should we go to like YM or something. All right, here looks like a decent one. You have a range high. When I look at the opposing side of that, I see failure swings. This is always going to be like the best model in my opinion, like manipulation to failure swings. And then you want to pair this with the SMT. So let's check here. Okay, so there's SMT, but it's like lower time frame. So I'm gonna show you. It's right here. Right, see that SMT there? Take the previous one's high over here, but not on RTY. So this is when, this is exactly how expansion candles form in general. This is how you want to see it open high first. See that open high? Then we create the CSD, and then you see how inside of an expansion candle is when you get lower time from order flow that holds, generally. Does that kind of make sense? Within this range though, very ugly. No fair value, like very choppy. I think that's why it comes to take out this high. Just on a lower time frame, it's probably just a bunch of low resistance. Just a fucking load. Holy shit, dude. So laggy, bro. Goddamn. Yeah, it's just a bunch of low resistance really. And above this is a weekly fair value gap. So I think that's why it comes back up here. I think it did at least. But we still have those fair swings, right? Target. So to get back into this range, this is when you want to see some sort of, alignment. So you have a daily, opposing candle. Do you have manipulation? Yeah, we take out this low. So ideally, this next open, you want to see price supported by this order block, but it just goes higher. So it goes higher first, and then this is where you're looking for to see if this fair value gap can hold. And a lot of times it's going to expand the next week. So this is like a weekly model, right? This week hit the P level. I want to see the next week expand away, right? So it's gonna wait for that next week. It's not gonna expand. It's not gonna give you a crazy move that current week because the low was way over here. That makes sense, kind of. But yeah. I'm gonna hop off here. I don't want to go for like too long. I didn't take the low from. I don't even know what asset you're talking about. I did go through the suites PA. It was pretty gross. Yeah, I already went over it beginning of stream bills. If you're a beginner, stick with NQ. Yeah, probably. NECs are generally going to be the cleanest. And yeah, I would say the best. I would never trade like. I think you have to. I think Yurdon and AJ, like you have to have a lot of to trade forex even, dude. It takes a lot of like looking at bonds and all this other stuff to really know when seasonal tendencies and all this stuff. If I go to like some random pair, I don't know, like I don't even know, bro. Like, let's go to like GBP odd or something. Like, you're gonna see a lot of times, bro, it's just chopping. Like, imagine being stuck in these weeks of consolidation a lot of times. So like, you need a lot of like cross analysis and all this stuff, which they know about. I know that AJ knows a lot about that. Um, I don't because I don't trade forex and stuff like that. But I think it takes more. It could take more skill to trade forex and to time those markets. Any advice on London trades? I would say London, you definitely need to. I would say the previous day, like hit a key level, because that's the only, you know, if it hit a key level, right? I'll show you example. The previous day or something. It's like you have to expect expansion because if London's going to be the low day, then it's going to be an expansion day usually. So if I try to find you an example of just fucking something, dude, holy shit. Maybe like one of these days, something. I think I remember this PA by the way. Um, I think there's like SMT here. I'm almost positive. I don't know why I remember this, but I do. There's SMT right here. Pretty yeah. So there's an SMT here maybe. But let's go back to odd. Um, so we open up the week low first. So let's say you want to trade away from this, right? You like need to basically ideally open up near an invalidation. Which let's even see if there is any here, dude. This is gross. I would need like SMT like at this fucking low. Like anything between this is kind of irrelevant. But okay, here's a really good example. Actually, I would say this is a good example. Because at this point, yeah, I don't know why I didn't use this. So this candle here hit a key level, right? So when I look at the opposing side of that, I have failure swings. So I can look to trade that, right? And when I look at the intermediate time frame charts, I'm really looking for where can the high today form, you know, and that's really before the candle opens. So I think this is where the candle opens. So it can be here. So it's either going to form from a key level that the previous day printed, or it's going to form one intraday. So that's what you see here. We form an intraday where like, we kind of just expand away from the daily open. And at this point, there's nothing really to trade away from at this point that you can say you can be confident trading from, assuming that you trade away from manipulation like me. So you need to wait for that pretty much. So here you have like a key level here. I don't really count any of this bullshit as a key level really. Here you have also a breaker block. So all you're trying to do, bro, is trying to trade away from some relevant level. If you're a London trader, it's either Asia prints that, or it's London that prints that. Let's go to the correlated asset real quick. I think we formed some sort of SMT here. I don't really know. Hold on. 2000. 2000. Yeah, so see this SMT here? So swing point. It's like you could probably assume this high today, right? To get to our objective, these failure swings down here. So you need to be like in distribution almost. Like that's what I would really recommend because like a lot of times like if I don't have because all you have to look back on, bro, literally all you have to look back on is Asia session. So you need like more confirmation, bro. And I would also be very strict on how you trade an expansion candle. I would pretty much demand this. I would demand you to enter below the daily open. So the way the expansion candle forms ideally is we open up and go lower first, right? Let's say this is Asia session. This can be very anticipatable, right? Because we're below the daily open. We manipulate Asia session lows. So you can trade back and through the daily open. right? Catching the wick and stuff like that. In this case here, right? This is the high of the day. It's like 1700, not really a relevant high, but you see we're near the opening price, trading within expansion candle. You need to have that rule as well. Always going to be inside of an expansion candle. Um, so if you have like the lower time frame and whatnot, this is pretty clean, right? Like, you could probably assume it's high day after this alignment here. Maybe you get a 4-hour model as well, right? New 4-hour candle. This candle hit the key level. This is pretty, like, Forex is so ugly, like, holy shit. But here you get a propulsion block. I would ideally want this to be the high of this candle. I don't know if it is. Let's see. I don't know. Okay, it is, right? So just mechanically, like, you can just trade that, right, into this low. And eventually get there, but yeah, you just need more context, bro. Like, I don't really know. 'Cause I don't trade London, but that's how I would trade it. I can show you a really clean example though. On Yeah, I can show you a very clean example here actually. It's gonna be over here. So check this out. Let's go to the daily chart. Let's just run through the PA here real quick. Like, so we're already within expansion candles. So again, the lower time frame order flow being the daily is aligned bearish, right? And if you look at the phases of price here, this is our target. Would be like the previous month's low. So again, how does this candle's wick form, like, with manipulation? That's the ideal scenario, right? Because then we could trade away from that. So here we manipulate. We're just in a range from low to high. We manipulate the range high, and we get a CSD, right? We expand into lows. We consolidate. We manipulate. If I show the 4-hour chart, it's the same as the daily. We're stuck between a high and a low. We manipulate the high. And now this is like the monthly chart, or the daily and the monthly. But with here is just a 4-hour manipulation within a weekly candle. So you see the week opens high first, forms the high with manipulation. Again, this is the best model you're ever going to trade, is when you're trading within an expansion candle, trading away from manipulation. And the wick is supporting an expansion candle. So if you look at this weekend in particular, I have a fair value gap here. You just run through the phase of price though, right? Expansion, consolidation, manipulation with the SMT, right? So the weekly candles open high first. So you're trading Tuesday and Wednesday, continuation to these flare swings, right? So ideally, we want the candles to open high first. See how they're opening high first? Right? That's what we want. So when we know it's an expansion candle, we open high first. Usually, the high is going to form on a either Asia or London session. Usually, especially in Forex, when the market's just more active. Then, so if you look here, like, this is your invalidation, pretty much. So now you're just trying to form, an intraday high to trade away from. That's it, within this range. So if you look here, pretty clean 4-hour model. All right, so we take out an hourly swing point here. We get alignment here. All right, so this candle opens up right here. So it's not aligned yet, right? So we open up for a candle. We're already within that range of of where we want to see the reversal happen, because we want to see that small opposing run to the daily open. When I look at the daily lows, or the low of the day, there's no protected low. It's just failure swing. So that adds on to the narrative as well. So when we close beneath this, it's like I want this to now be the high of the day. So therefore, I can assume that this is likely the high of the candle. So I can expect this next candle to just expand lower. This is how I trade for a candle every single day. essentially. So here, you'd expect this to form or to hold, right? So here you get a propulsion block eventually, right? So see that? This is where you just expect the order flow to hold, really. Okay. And then I think we get a new fire open. And again, you can expect it's kind of the logic when you're like if you expect a daily expansion candle, then you expect a small opposing run. So if a small opposing run is going to occur, it's likely to occur at the beginning of the candle. So aka early session, like early on in the day. So same thing with forward chart. If I'm expecting 4-hour expansion candles, it's likely to occur at the beginning of that candle. So you see how the wick formed generally in the first like hour of that candle, right? That kind of makes sense. So that's why you have to like almost, anticipate expansion. Like it has to make sense. So the next day, you still have a draw open. I think it's like almost even more clean. Because you open up near a fair value gap for one. It's a 4-hour model in itself, and then we form this SMT. So manipulation, creating the high of the candle, just like over here, creating the high of the candle, and then you get your CSD. Right, so it's not only the manipulation creating the high of the daily candle, but it's also the 4-hour candle. It's creating the high of the 4-hour candle. Um, and yeah, you just keep expanding, right? Does that make sense? So you can assume this to be the high of the candle, here, or the high of the day. But yeah, that's pretty much how I would view it. Um, a lot of times, like this is a nice model. Disregarding everything over here, it's pretty shit. But just going off what the previous day did. I mean, you have like a swing point here. You see these failure swings on the daily chart? That's failure swings on a lower time frame. It's consolidation. So you have like some sort of manipulation here. Pretty ugly, but some manipulation. You have this beefy opposing candle. Draw that up. Really, what I'm looking at is how this candle forms. Like it's important how these candles form. So we open low first, creating the low of the candle manipulation. When I look at the opposing side, when I look at the current day high, it's irrelevant. It's like 1800, So it's like we're likely to trade back to that. So we manipulate, and there's something to trade back to within the candle, as well as just over here as well. There's going to be a high probability like setups, which is not an everyday thing though. Like absolutely not. Going to happen every single day and nothing like that. Here's a situation where like I think we form S&P here. Not sure, but the previous day or one of these day rotations, Wednesday expansion, Thursday consolidation. Then we open low first into this low, so we manipulate a consolidation low. So we manipulate prior to London session. So you can maybe assume this is low today. You trade continuation, So it's just about what time form the reversal, Like in this situation, maybe we manipulate, these highs. Ideally there's like some SMT like over here or something, I don't really feel like checking, but if you open up London session right here, you already see a manipulation. You already see an hourly CSD. You can majority of the time expect price to trade to this low, produce this low, which it doesn't even get there, I don't think. But that's what you would assume, right? Just going off that like mechanically. Here's a really good example in my opinion. It's really good. It's like what I was talking about earlier. The low of the day is irrelevant. It's just 1700. So it's like when Asia session consolidates, which is the ideal scenario when Asia session consolidates. So you can trade the manipulation and distribution within that candle. Since the high day is formed with manipulation, not a very small opposing run, but you can just trade back to the daily open here. This manipulation, you just trade that into this low pretty much. Does that kind of make sense? Get a CSD there, Bolson block, etc. See the 4-hour Okay, you're also within a 4-hour expansion candle. You see this here? That's a small wick. Yeah, that's pretty much all I traded with. I'm probably going to like in this probably pretty soon. Thanks, Daddy's crazy. Y'all too mean to deserve it. What happened? Uh, nice. Was there any like SMT at these lows? Just curious. Keep dodging. What the fuck? Oh, SMT. At like the low of the week. Frick, what the fuck? Oh, I don't mean to laugh at that. I only trade gold, London, plus New York currently on an eval. Do you think I should add more pairs because if I can't find any good? Um, yeah, I would trade indices. If you trade New York. You know, I used to only trade gold back in my degenerate what was it called? Just beginner stages. Gold was fire back then, dude. Support and resistance, that's what it was. Sweeps question. Are these sweeps important in determining? Let's see. Oh, that's like a lower time frame sweep. So, it's just like it's. I mean, like yeah, on lower time frame, it's a sweep. But it's just a propulsion block. It's just like testing that. Um, but ideally, I want to see the low of the day form like swing points. Like if I was to keep it 100% mechanical, that's how I would do it. I think I changed my YouTube. I think I changed it. It's not grinder grade anymore. I don't know what I was thinking. I literally just think of something that rhymes with Garrett, something catchy. That's what came to mind. On no such shit. I mean, wait. I mean, oh yeah, that's SMT. So you have SMT inside of that key level. So yeah, that's valid. The key level being the CSD. That's what you want to see. You want to see a SMT inside of a key level. Always, ideally. So it's valid, but I wouldn't call it like on a lower time frame it's sweet, but on the hourly chart necessarily. But it's fine. Like see on Thursday, was studying if we go take prices high and beyond, but we kind of just went down. Bearish. All right, let's go Thursday. See how. All right, so yeah, we're just seeing an expansion on the monthly, pretty much the weekly too. This is the weekly low. It's just Monday low of the week. We technically have a model here, but it's not something I would necessarily trade. They have a swing put high, and you have SMT at the pre-day's high. It's very weird. I guess one's very early on in the day, right? You see that? What we do have is like 5 consecutive expansion days, like
Usually after 3, but I wouldn't consider these days expansion necessarily. It's just kind of, expansion in the same direction 5 days in a row. It's like kinda like right here. You usually get a new phase, after usually after 3, but here's like 5, so it's not something that, is like anticipatable or anything like that. But to say to trade it in London session, bro, yeah, I don't know about that. Let's look. So we do have that sweep, the S&T. It's very early on in the day. I don't have much data on that, but we do have a nice, like, displacement away from that. And now we do see order flow holding pretty nicely. So, like S&T up in here. Don't think so. Think so. It feels like lower time from S&T inside of these levels. Like I've also checked lower time frame stuff. Then that could be tradable, possibly 4 a.m. Yeah, we see right here. So look, so S&T here, just like this example. Now this is like 5 a.m. It's like the end of London session, but yeah, something you'd maybe trade. Oh, I forgot. I forgot RB is like disgusting. On the lower time frame, it's like really gappy at these hours. I'm gonna confine it down to this 50-minute, right? No, you trade that. But that's just an example. Flip one. There's some logic though, for sure, to trade back to the weekly range. Like, I want to see if there's like a standard deviation that I could use. Maybe this manipulation. Okay, no. Use the wicks. Some people use the bodies, but not really, bro. It's not something that's totally necessary like at all. Honestly, at all. I think it might be visible here though. Yeah. That's just like a confluence, but you know, you could trade there's no daily fair value gap, there's like a 4-hour fair value gap. You could trade back into like EQ of this range, something like that, right? But yeah, I don't sorry. It's kind of trend as fuck though. Kind of. Abraham Lincoln Bonds. What the hell does that mean? Could you say gold today? I framed trade long right at open. So right at open. What's open for gold? It's like 8. It's like 8 o'clock or something. I don't even know. Because 9:30. Okay. It's, if you guys didn't know, like there's no. I don't know why Dala thinks this. Dala, it's not a real thing, but um, there's no such thing as 8:30 open like volatility dry like or like there's no such thing as like indices in 9:30, equities open. That's not a thing for like for gold. You don't get a volatility injection. So you're like not true. But same thing as 8:30. Like if there's no 8:30 news, it's irrelevant. Same thing with indices. It's like pretty much irrelevant time. You don't even have to mark it. But today, yeah, I think today was pretty clean. I'll go over it really quick. So you have again, we're opening low first, right? That's what you want to see if you want to frame a bullish day. We have S&T at the lows. What really validates it is the expansion away. You know, expand away from here. That's really clean. That's what I like, and it's also within an expansion candle on the 4-hour time frame. So there was like an SMT here. So here's your key level. Okay, here's your model right here. This candle hits the key level. We trade the next candle higher rate. And then you wanna have a lower time frame. Protect the swing or your SMT, which is right here. Now I saw this print live, but this here is your validation, right? But it closes way up here, so yeah, I kind of just missed it, right? I'm not gonna market execute up there. It's a crazy stop loss. So I kind of have to let that go. But as far as 9:30 goes, maybe a 3-minute, but I wasn't looking there to be honest. Like, yeah, there's a valid 3-minute CSD. So if you got that, that's totally fine. That's valid. There's also this as well. It's just a 10 a.m. continuation. So 6 a.m. closure on the swing point, candle 4 expansion. This is also clean, but I wasn't really paying attention. I was already in trade. So you kind of refine it down to this 30-minute opposing candle. Like this is where you don't know if it's gonna retest this area. 10 a.m. You want it to open low first, right? You just want it to form to wick inside of a key level. So when I go to 30-minute, all right, I see a key level here. This is my validation. I don't want to see price, closed below the 0.5 of this for the 10 a.m. candle to form its wick in. But what we see here, we have a very shallow run at right here. That's because we form an SMT here. If I show you. See this SMT form? So when we get a close through this, you could assume that this is the low of the candle right here. Right there. We assume that the 10 a.m. low has been put in right here. And we can expand towards our raw here. We do right. But really all this is like expansion, consolidation, right? And expansion again. SMT being the trigger for expansion. And then we form an SMT here. We should like reverse basically back there. But yeah. It's not bad. That's crazy. Honestly, I think Dodgy's kind of fun. It's supposed to like hilarious sometimes. Don't help me like that. Bro, you swear that 930 is like a time driver. It's fucking ass. Like, let me show you 930. Let's see if we get a volatility injection 930. 930. I mean, like, we're gonna call this a coincidence right here. Right? There's no way. Let me go to 930 next day. Right? Like nothing going on here. I'm telling you. Okay, right here we actually did expand a little bit. But it's just in the middle of New York. I swear to God. It's not because of fucking. Where's 930? Yeah, 930 doesn't do anything here. Here's 830. News driver. 930. Yeah, it does nothing over here. I'm telling you, this bro. 830 though. News event. See volatility. 930 does nothing here as well. It's pretty irrelevant. Trust. It's just also perfect gold long. Yeah, pretty much. If there's a draw there. Yeah. Yep. I assume it's the low, like forming the low of the day probably on the other asset. So sort of wide daily CRT. Oh, I know, right? What's up with that? Yeah, it was weird. I'm not gonna lie. I would not have anticipated longs today on NQ. This whole week was just like complete dog, like just absolute trash. Like this is so weird. Like for it to just not take out the slow. Like what the hell? No SMT or anything. I traded this on ES though. It's like a 2R though. 2R scale. But yeah. NQ and ES this week, bro. There's literally nothing to learn. Like it's just like so bad. It was so bad. I'm pretty sure everyone probably got railed. 930 gold sauce. All right, bro. Keep trading 930 gold. I actually want to know how they trade CRT. Like, what do they do? Who in here secretly trades that shit? Bro, DK doesn't trade it. I like how I said I was going to get off like an hour ago. Here we are. Dude, Mono One. Yeah, they always say Mono One. Dude, I think it's like this. Like, let me show you. It's awesome. Okay, so I see like they be trading within the candle. So I don't actually know, bro. Like this is how they be trading like this, bro. And it's like they only target that. And they go in like I don't know what their time frame alignment is, but it's something it's like a C it's like simple. It's like CSD. And they just fucking long that shit into the high. I don't know what the time frame is though, honestly. So I don't know, dude. Enigma. Yearly CRT? Let's actually go find it. We're gonna find one. There's gonna be a yearly CRT. What do you know? Study this. Dude, look at the ping pong. Look, first we ping pong the high to the CRT low, and then the CRT low to the CRT high. That's Enigma. This is a failed one. This doesn't count though. Yeah. Because it hit 50% of the range. So it technically it's valid. So did this one. That's how they sell you. So did this one. It's like no shit. It's gonna like oh this was actually kind of good. Dude, it like worked every time. It works right here. Okay, let's count it. Okay, 1 for 1, 2 for 2, 3 for 3, 4 for 4, 5 for 5. Technically 6 for 6 right here. I mean, that's 7 for 7, dude. And then you have like 9 for 9. Like, is this Enigma or like what are we talking about? 50% of the range? Sauce? Let's go to another asset. The gold, bro. Right, this is a consolidate. Do a 3-year consolidation. It's crazy. All right, we're starting over here. All right, so first we have this one. That's 1 for 1. Oh, we found one that failed. This one failed. This one works. It's like 2 for 3 right now. 2 for 3. I don't know if that counts. I honestly don't know. What the fuck is this? I mean, what do we even call this? It feels like both sides. It's just so retarded. Oh god, you got a question cooking here. You fucking up. I mean, essay. I'm gonna have to end stream before you ask this shit. This is my 5-year chart. 12 months the highest. Dude, why is this clean as hell? You have like 12-month crypto here, dude. You have expansion, consolidation, manipulation. That's fire. Unironically, this is also CRT. Got some SMT there as well. Fire. What the hell? Oh, I'm stupid. Oh, there's no data. It's a glitch. It's gotta be glitchy. Damn, what the fuck was all that? I was looking right here. There's no data? Oh, it's whack. Maybe another burp. Maybe another feed, but this is a nice quarterly shift model here. Look at this SMT. Right, so this candle at the key level this quarter. You expect the next candle to go lower. And then on a lower time frame, we have like manipulation. Not only right here, but it's more mainly like over here. Very obvious. 23. 23. Yeah. So this is a type of divergence called body SMT. That's not really a 13. All right, bro. I'm probably gonna opt it. So basically, what assets and it's it's just indices, bro. That's literally it, pretty much. How do you look at relative strengths when validating order blocks? Is that a must for you? Because I've seen both illustrated today, where when we open New York session, we just can start consolidating with no strength. We can plug the opposing elements. Yeah, so like ideally both assets, um, you know, close through opposing candles. But there's also like a way, like there's a filter for opposing candles to begin with. Like you don't want to see the price chopping around. Let me show you an example. Like, um, let's say you want opposing candles to form. You see how like it's displacing, like on lower time frame, it's displacement. That's all it is. Well, not really, but it's just like bulky candles, you know. Like I don't want to see price maybe like over here. I don't want to see price wicking a low or something like this. I just wouldn't use this as an opposing candle. Probably just wick through it. You don't want to see that. It's another one. It's just like clean displacement. Like this is what I want to see. Generally on a lower time frame, this is like an expansion. Yeah, you know. So you want to see. You know, when I see like price, click on a gross one. Bro, even like this, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of gross. You see how long it took to validate this order block? It's like too many candles. I don't like to see that because usually it's like a consolidation. Damn near. That might as well be consolidation. Yeah. I don't see a bulky candle and price really like expanding through, you know, like this pretty much. So we're expanding through it. Like, that's how I like to see it. Here's a good example. Right, just quick, kind of like a V shape, you know, kind of like that. Yeah, all this shit, like, oh my god, like this is exactly what I'm talking about, bro. I'm never using this as a CSD, bro. Like, mechanically, it's a CSD, but it's a fucking consolidation, bro. I don't give a rat's ass about that CSD. You know what I'm saying? Um, this is pretty clean, I would say. See the way we form this order block? It's really within 3 candles. Like, you manipulate low, maybe not. Maybe it's maybe SMT or whatever. This is how I like to see, you know, these CSDs form. You see this one as well? This is clean as shit. Like expansion up, expansion away. You know, even this one, pretty clean. Nice series of candles. When you see like, let me try to find another example of just too many candles. Even this one, maybe, and let me try to find a worse one. I'm finding like a really bad example. Wouldn't use this one because there's equal highs. First off, these equal highs. Wouldn't really use that one. This is literally a consolidation. Like, see this? So the way this order block forms though is very nice. So we're expanding through it, and then we're just consolidating after that. So you just resweep, you know. We're just in a larger time frame consolidation. I'm trying to find you a shitty. Probably somewhere in here. It's like terrible. Even like right here, bro. Just pretend we see this sweep. Right, like, see how we wick it twice? Like, I don't like to see that. You know, it's not quick in and out type of CSD there. I like to see ideally. Um, this is pretty gross too. You see that? Like, see how many candles it took to even come down here to create this CSD? Just on a lower time frame, it's really just chopped. You know, it's just gross. You know, I'm really trying to see that. When price is heavy, it doesn't do that bullshit. You know, that's what we want to trade. We want to trade when high prices are really heavy. Like ideally, I want to see like a pretty like let me show for example. A pretty convincing close past the opening price. That's always nice to see, honestly. I'm on Forex. Why am I on Forex? Let's go to like NQ. Um, this is nice, my opinion. Right, one opposing candle here. You see how we're not bullshitting? It's just like a bunch of expansion candles through it. We don't wick it. You know, as soon as we take out this low, immediately displacing back in the other direction. This is another one I like. This is what I mean by like the candle that creates the CSD kind of closes, you know, beyond that point. Just on lower time frames, it's just displacement. You know, you see this on the 1 minute, it's really clean. This like V-shaped type of shit. That's what I really like to see, especially for reversals. You want to see that. You can't pattern trade it, obviously. I would say this is a pretty decent one. See these right here. This one too, pretty nice. This one is kind of just like not interesting though. See how we have an indecision candle, and then we just wick it, like, that's just, like, not clean enough. So that's, like, a way you can just, like, filter it, but sometimes you might miss moves that way, but so no 930 driver on CL, RB, gold, so yeah, yep, for RTY, YM, NQ, yes, yes. Um, Probably gonna hop off, keep glazing over it. See, look at the way this CSD formed. What day is this? See this one? How it took us low and it formed in one candle? That's displacement. It's a good one. Yeah, that right there is fire. Yeah, I'm probably gonna hop off, dude. I keep saying that, but I don't think there's any more like questions. I'm just chilling. But just hearing here, I tried catching AM continuation. So I tried anticipating for the wick for closer below. So it's not so, so yeah, it'd be like that. Dang. Dude, the market's still. Whoops. I didn't even know the market was still open. Dude, look at this one, dude. This is what I'm talking about. This is like perfect, bro. The CC like this. Fine. All right. Going hop off. If you're close at 5 p.m. So the daily candle closes on Forex at 5 p.m. Futures, it closes at 6. All right. I'm gonna hop off, guys. So catch you later.